Are you one of the 15 million fibromyalgia sufferers in the United States? Is fibromyalgia a thief that is robbing you of your life? Hello, I'm Dr. Mark Russell, and today I'm going to talk to you about fibromyalgia. Are you asking, why do I feel so terrible? I get this question all the time. Fibromyalgia is a neurological and metabolic condition. When your body is not functioning properly, neurologically and metabolically, do you know what happens? Pain. When the upper brainstem, the mesencephalon, is overfiring, it sends signals to the adrenal glands on top of your kidneys to release chemicals that cause pain. The adrenal glands release catecholamines and norepinephrine into the bloodstream. When these chemicals are released into the bloodstream, they stimulate pain fibers. Insomnia and chronic fatigue. Neurologically, the problem is with the upper brainstem, the mesencephalon again. When the upper brainstem is overfiring, you're not sleeping. When it is firing at a normal rate, because the lower brainstem is slowing down the upper brainstem, you're sleeping like a baby. Metabolically, if your adrenal glands, which are your body's stress glands, are not functioning properly, you are not sleeping. Irritable bowel syndrome. IBS is characterized by episodes of diarrhea and constipation, abdominal pain, nausea, and even vomiting. Neurologically, the lower brainstem, the origin of the vagus nerve, which goes to the abdominal area, is not firing the way that it should, so you're suffering with IBS. Metabolically, you could be sensitive to certain foods such as gluten, dairy, soy, eggs, and yeast. You could also have an autoimmune condition in which your immune system is attacking your digestive system. Headaches. Neurologically, you have headaches because the brain is not firing impulses to the lower brainstem, and the lower brainstem is thus not slowing down the upper brainstem. Metabolically, you may be suffering from food intolerances or blood sugar surges. Brain fog or fibrofog and loss of memory are caused by decreased firing of the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain. Can also be caused by food sensitivities, autoimmune problems, possibly hormonal issues. Difficulty expressing what you would like to say. Broca's speech area located in the left frontal lobe of the brain, and when this area is decreased in impulses or frequency of firing, you have difficulty expressing what you would like to say. Increased heart rate is caused by the upper brainstem overfiring again. This will cause you to experience an increased heart rate and irregular heart rate, or both. Dizziness and unsteadiness. Near the back of the brain is the area called the cerebellum. Cerebellum controls all of your spinal muscles, your balance, and your coordinated movement. When fibromyalgia patients are dizzy and lightheaded, their cerebellum has a decreased frequency of firing. Stress, in the form of physical, emotional, and chemical stress. Physical stress from car accidents, falls, bumps, or bruises throughout your life. Emotional stress due to financial difficulties, a failed relationship, abuse, family issues, or difficulties at work. Chemical stress from alcohol, tobacco, environmental toxins, and junk food. The SAD, or Standard American Diet, is full of junk food and it creates tremendous stress on the body. Stress causes the brain to lose impulses or decrease its frequency of firing. Stress can cause your internal organs not to function properly. Finally, stress can cause your immune system to go wild and start attacking different parts of your body, causing various autoimmune conditions. When you're stressed, a chemical called cortisol is released into the bloodstream. Cortisol is toxic to the brain and causes a decreased firing or impulses, and it can cause havoc with your immune system. What makes me unique from all the other doctors that you have seen? I treat fibromyalgia patients with a two-pronged program. I treat them neurologically and metabolically. First, a thorough neurological evaluation. Remember, the brain controls everything. Brain fuel. Your brain and nervous system need two things to survive: fuel and activation. Activation comes from the treatments that you will receive. Fuel comes in the form of oxygen and glucose. You will get the glucose from the food that you eat, which is why it is important to eat a proper diet. You get the oxygen from the air that you breathe, which is why it is important to exercise properly. Unilateral adjusting. Right brain controls the left side of the body. Left brain controls the right side of the body. If there is a deficit in firing of impulses on one side of the brain, I will only want to adjust you on the opposite side. Also, I will only use very light adjusting, so you will not get worse. Have you ever had a chiropractic adjustment and felt worse afterward? It is because the adjustment was too much for your nervous system. It overstimulated or it exceeded your metabolic capacity. We may use auditory stimulation. Listening to sound in one ear will stimulate the opposite side of the brain and increase impulses. olfactory stimulation or smell. Smelling different scents will stimulate the brain. Your sight, sound, taste, and touch all travel through a sensory area of your brain called the thalamus. We may use warm water calorics. Warm water in the ear will stimulate the semicircular canals in your ear and fire the vestibular nerve back to your cerebellum. Then the cerebellum fires to specific areas of the brain. Second, a complete and thorough metabolic testing. This is extremely important. Autoimmune disorders. Has your doctor specifically checked you for an autoimmune disorder? Autoimmune means that your immune system is attacking one or more parts of your body. There are two main parts of your immune system, Th1 and Th2. The balance between these two sides of our immune system is very important to look at with fibromyalgia patients. If one of these parts is dominant, you could have an autoimmune disorder. An autoimmune disorder is where your immune system is attacking your body and it could be causing your fibromyalgia symptoms. Please note, autoimmune conditions must be handled first and foremost or you will never get better. Foods that may be hurting you. Has your doctor specifically checked you for any food sensitivities that could be increasing your fibromyalgia symptoms? Thyroid. Has your doctor run a complete thyroid panel? Your thyroid controls your body's metabolism, so if you're suffering from fibromyalgia, it is a must that it be checked thoroughly. Have you had the full battery of a thyroid test? Has it ever been checked? If not, why? Adrenal glands. Has your doctor checked your adrenal glands? Your adrenal glands are your stress glands and they are important in treating your fibromyalgia. Anemia. Has your doctor ever checked you for blood disorders such as anemia? Anemia simply means you're not getting enough oxygen to your tissues. Without oxygen available for your brain and nervous system, most likely no treatment will work, no supplement will work, no nutritional program will work. Hormones. If you're a male, have you ever been evaluated for andropause? If you're a female, has your doctor ever ordered an expanded female hormone panel? Hormone levels dramatically affect the brain and body. If you answer no to any of these questions, then there's a good chance that your fibromyalgia is not being managed properly. These tests must be run on you to get to the bottom of what is causing you to suffer from fibromyalgia. You may be asking, how will I know that my body is improving? Is this working for me? It's all about retesting. That's how you and I both will know if you are improving and if our treatment is working. Our action plan is to test, treat, and retest. We can't spend all of this time and effort getting to the root of your problem and then just hope that our treatment protocols made the changes. We have to measure and, if necessary, change our treatment and measure again. Not that you won't be feeling better as we make these changes, but we have to measure our change so we can keep moving towards the goals we set. It takes time to make these changes because of the test, treat, and retest scenario. Our job is to get to the root of your problem and correct it. Imagine how great you would feel without your constant joint pain, stiffness, and chronic fatigue. Imagine how easy your life would be if you could just do all the things that you want and love to do without the pain and fatigue of fibromyalgia. Imagine how easy your life would be if you could just do all the things you want and love to do without feeling exhausted and miserable. Imagine not having to take handfuls of those expensive medications that can have deadly side effects. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, feeling completely refreshed with a surge of energy ready to take on the new day, just like everyone else. Well, stop imagining. It's here. Ask yourself the following questions. How has your chronic pain and fatigue affected your job, relationships, finances, family, or other activities? What has it cost you in time, money, happiness, sleep? Where do you picture yourself in the next 1 to 3 years if this problem is not taken care of? What is it worth to you? Is it worth a few moments of your time to find out if my treatment approach is right for you? Fill out the request form now to receive your free copy of my report on fibromyalgia and find out for yourself if my treatment for fibromyalgia is right for you. I'm Dr. Mark Russell.